Hey, what up, y'all? It's the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here with my good friend. Introduce yourself.
I am Joe from Agree to Disagree.
All right. We are here holding our fancy cups and being gents as we always are for another edition of Movie Warfare.
Looney Tunes.
Gents, yes, indeed. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this concept of movie warfare, let's give you a little bit of an introduction. Joe, do you mind taking the honors?
Yeah, sure. Is there a link for this, by the way?
There's there what? Oh shoot, the link. Whoopsie.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah, I was too caught up in the moment of being a gent that I forgot to give you a link.
So.
See, you ruined my gent mood, man. I hate you now.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
There's the, yeah, you know, just leave this live chat, Joe. Don't come back, okay? Like Simba.
All right.
Joe,
So,
everybody. There's the link. So
Okay. Perfect. Oh wait. I still don't have it.
you don't. I sent it to you, or you want me to send it to you on Facebook then?
Sure.
Hold on then.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Okay. Let me just send you the link here on my Facebook real quick. Paste. Oh, that's the wrong one. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
That's not the link. Hold on.
We're rocking out to Maps.
Hey, Maps is that's a good fucking song, okay? Guys, you like Maps, right? It's a good song. All right.
I like The Map from Dora the Explorer.
I'm the map. I hate you now.
That's my jam.
Now it's like stuck in my head. Thank you, buddy. You know, you're such a good friend to me.
There we go. That's our next TV warfare right there.
All right, let me just post this on my channel real quick too. The battle is on.
The map versus the backpack. No, what was Diego's? Did Diego have
I have no idea. I never watched freaking
It was his sister or something, right? Wasn't she the map?
I knew the map. I didn't know what Diego had. He had like.
I think his sister told him everything, and then he had an orange backpack, some kind of like rescue pack. I know way too much about Diego.
Like Dora.
You know, I didn't know what the thing was with Diego, and I originally thought that Dora just had like a sex change. Like I thought, like she
What?
Yeah, and then like I looked it up, and it turned out that like they were cousins.
Yeah, I didn't even know you didn't know that. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, Nick Jr.'s getting ballsy.
That's pretty adult for a kid's show, if I may say so.
I thought I'm just gonna like address it, but anyway, this isn't Dora versus Diego. This is Hannibal Lecter versus Jigsaw. So I will explain what it is that we do here. What we do is we get two characters. Like I said, here we're doing Hannibal Lecter versus Jigsaw. And we are going to compare them, and basically we're going to at first give basically the rundown of the characters. There might be some spoilers here and there, but with Hannibal Lecter and Jigsaw, I mean, I guess that's kind of like, you know, good by now, right? For
I think
spoilers.
we all know these characters, so...
So we're going to compare them. We're going to give the basic rundown for them, and then we're going to compare them in three specific categories, and that's brains, brawn, and badass. And brains, we're just going to compare them mentally. Brawns, we're going to compare them physically, and badass, we're going to put them against each other in a scenario and see who would come out on top, who would use their skills to the best. So, and I will be defending the part of Hannibal Lecter.
Ooh. And I will be defending the man Jigsaw. And by the way, one last thing that you forgot to mention.
Well, oh! How could I forget? And there won't be a winner that we pick, but this is where you guys come in, and we're going to be, after we do all that, we're going to get into kind of a Q&A kind of section where you guys can ask us questions and we'll answer them, preferably about the characters. We try to keep it on topic here with the characters. But during that time, while we're answering questions, we would like it if you guys would vote. Who's better, Hannibal or Jigsaw? And at the end of this entire thing, we're going to count all the votes and see who won, and that will declare our winner. Obviously, Hannibal.
Whoa!
Sorry,
shots fired, ladies and gentlemen, at the start of the first round. Joe from Agree to Disagree, everybody. Let's give him a hand. Actually, wait, Joe, watch this. Where is it? All right. I think this is it. Give me a second. All right.
I know what you're doing.
No, it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
It's exactly what I think.
It's not what you think. Let's give Joe a big round of applause.
That's exactly what.
Hey, I gotta say, man, I'm killing with the jokes. Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. I just wanted to mess with that. It's been a while. So anyway, Joe, before we get started, let's just see who's in the comments section right now.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Okay, we got Shane Lord. He's like, movie warfare!
Someone's happy. All right.
I got Jamie Meeker. Hey, bro.
What's up, bro?
What's up? You see the comments?
Yeah.
All right. If you see any, just shout them out, buddy.
Hey, Tony, when is your top 10 most beautiful going up, and is Joe going to be number 1?
And is Joe going to be number 1? I see what you did there, Joe. I see what you did there. And no, you're not going to be number 1. But refrain from asking any questions that don't pertain to this.
Yeah, let's try and keep it on topic as best we can.
But to answer your question, though, Sky Captain, it didn't go. It got a copyright strike, so it couldn't go up, sadly. So sorry about that, Sky Captain. But Carlos Mesa.
It was Sky Pirate.
What?
It was Sky Pirate.
Sky Pirate.
Yeah, not Captain.
Oh, did I say Captain?
Yeah.
My mind is just everywhere right now. My mind is just everywhere. Carlos Mesa. Hello. We got Quinn J101. What?
It was hello with a smiley face. Hey. It was with an exclamation mark, so it was hey.
Hey. Hey. Well, I was saying hello to him since he said hey to me as well. But anyway, so those are the few people that have joined us. So let's get started, shall we, Joe?
Sure.
So, as always, we start off with the introduction, I believe.
Yes.
All right. Since we are doing Movie Warfare on my channel, last time I got to go first, you have the honor of introducing our first contestant, or first fighter, I guess.
Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs, and we're going to be using the movie version of Hannibal Lecter. So nothing against the TV show. I absolutely love the TV show, but that's not this cup of tea. If you want to see the TV show Hannibal Lecter, go to TV Warfare next Tuesday. We're using him then. But this is the movie version, so Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal the movie, and then Red Dragon. And yeah, let's get started. Hannibal Lecter was once some kind of therapist, a psychologist, something, some kind of therapist. He was Dr. Hannibal Lecter, and it turns out he's also a cannibal. And whoa, and yeah. So then, when we see him in Silence of the Lambs, which is the first movie in these kind of trilogy, I guess you could say, we're not going to consider the Hannibal Rising one part of this.
I don't think anybody wants to consider.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would consider that part. But so we're going to go by the trilogy here, and Silence of the Lambs is the first one, and he's already in prison and everything for his cannibalistic ways. And he's just a badass. He's just a badass in everything he does. He's very calculated and very just evil to the core, but very, very intelligent. And he's definitely, he's not all there. I mean, that's obvious with the whole cannibalistic trait, but very clever and someone that you do not want to screw with. So good luck, Jigsaw.
I don't think Jigsaw is going to need any luck because, I mean, come on, dude, it's Jigsaw. Let me give you a little rundown for you whippersnappers who Jigsaw is. First off, Jigsaw, I forget what his real name was. I don't think they ever said no.
John Kramer.
John Kramer. Yep, they did. John Kramer. Or so Jigsaw, aka John Kramer, was a regular man. He lived a regular life. He had a wife at one point who worked in a clinic, and
Jill Tuck.
huh?
Jill Tuck.
Jill Tuck. Uh, so he was married at one point, but because her wife kind of cared too much for her patients, she ended up getting attacked by one of them and lost their child. She was pregnant with their child, and after hearing that he lost his child, and then getting the news that he had cancer, fatal cancer, or what's it called? What's that cancer that's like inoperable? It's an inoperable cancer which will lead to his death. He just lost all faith in life and stuff, and he actually tried to kill himself a couple of times, but failed to do it. And he was like, "Why can't I die? Why won't they let me die?" He came to the realization is because I had the will to survive, and he comes up with this very intricate and elaborate way to test whether or not people truly know what it means to be alive. It's like this whole rehabilitation to what, whether or not if you cherish your life. And from that day, from that day forward, he's just been putting people in these elaborate traps. He's a very intelligent man, and he has nothing to lose because he's about to die. And that's what makes him a very dangerous and formidable opponent. The fact that he has nothing on the line. He has given it all up, and he has nothing to lose. So you better watch out, Hannibal, because here comes Jigsaw. You better be ready to play a game.
Okay.
Right. And those are the introductions to the characters. So I guess we get to the 3Bs now, don't we? Starting off with Brain.
This one's going to be the tricky one.
Yes.
Because we have the very calculated Jigsaw versus the very calculated Hannibal Lecter. So
it's going to make for a very interesting match.
Yeah. And, I guess I'm supposed to defend Hannibal here when it comes to their brains. But the competition's tough, and Jigsaw's a man who, sorry, spoiler, like I said, we do have spoilers, but I think with these movies, whatever, sorry. Yeah. So he dies in Saw 3. He manages to keep it going all the way to Saw 7 with all these traps. And that's calculation. That is, so, that's tough. But,
why, thank you, buddy. He's just so awesome, man.
I guess it's just the fact that Hannibal Lecter always is just sort of aware of what's going on, what his next move's going to be. He always just seems to be on top of what he's going to do.
He seems to be controlling the situation, even though it might not seem like it.
Exactly. He may seem like, he's behind, the jail cell, but he seems to always be in control. And, he's never in that prison cell for too long, at least in the movies. He does, manage to get out and everything. And Jigsaw, I would say, he's always sort of a free man. So, Jigsaw can function while being free. Hannibal in the movies has to break out. And that's just kind of a different test. It's two very different situations. And Hannibal still manages to get victims and everything like that while still breaking out and still even helping the FBI catch another top serial killer. So, it's definitely tough. I would say Hannibal Lecter had more kind of, in the movies at least, kind of obstacles to overcome, and he successfully did that using his brain. So I'm going to go with Hannibal here.
I see your points, buddy, and I do agree that the fact that he's usually, behind bars he makes a very formidable opponent because he can easily get out and he can still have control in the situation no matter what. Even though if I remember correctly, in the movie Hannibal, he was on the run and he still was able to elude the cops and everything. The reason I choose Jigsaw though over Hannibal is for one, they had multiple chances to catch Jigsaw, even catch him in the act, yet they never really ever arrested Jigsaw. And the reason for that is because he was too clever. He knew how to get out of the situation and how to manipulate every piece in the puzzle to where they got nothing on him. I mean, for the fact that he doesn't really kill people. I mean, he's not. I mean, one of my favorite lines in the movie was like, "I'm not a killer. I mean, I don't put a gun to somebody's head."
Killers.
Exactly. I despise killers, you know? And I actually like that about him because it's true. He doesn't say, "Oh, you're going to die." He says, "How much do you really want to live?"
It says live or die. Make your choice.
Exactly. And he leaves it up to the person playing the game. It's not him pulling the trigger. That's why he hates people that are killers. Although, let's be honest, the first guy that he used the first game on, he did kind of kill him. So,
No, he stepped out of the way.
oh, come on, that's assisted kill. I mean, that box was right there for him to jump in. Don't you even deny it. I mean, I love Jigsaw, but that was kind of hypocritical. I mean, come on.
We can say the whole never killed a man ever, but Eric Matthews brought up a good point where if you put a gun to someone's head, you know, and tell them to shoot, you know, you're still assisting in that. So, you know, you're coercing the person to do it. So, I mean, Jigsaw is pretty much Hannibal here. There's not much difference there.
I would argue with that because, you know, when you put a gun to somebody's face with your hand on the trigger, then, yeah, you're killing them. And if you put it down and you're like, you can pick up that gun, shoot me and leave, or you can pick up that gun, shoot yourself, and do that, you make the choice. He leaves it up to them. It's not really assisted murder because the only thing he did was he placed the person in there and gave them the option of life or death. And the only reason that people died was because the people that he worked with always found a way to make it so that it was unwinnable. You know this for a fact. So, you know, the thing about Jigsaw, what makes him so smart is that he even realizes this. I mean, the whole point of Saw 3, you would think that it was about that one guy, Jeff, and trying to reconcile with the person that killed his child. But the whole movie was actually for, what was her? No, don't tell me her name. Amanda. The whole movie was for Amanda. You know, it was her test the whole time. And I was like, okay.
It was all of their tests.
Huh?
It was all three.
Yeah, it was all their tests, but the main, what I loved about all the Saw movies is sometimes the main test is not really the main test. There's another test going on, and that's actually the main test. And for me, I felt like although in Saw 3, Jeff's test was sort of like the main test, I felt like it was a pseudo-main test. The main test was actually Amanda's. It was Amanda's test to see whether or not she was really rehabilitated. And she failed. So there's that. And even, the scene in Saw 3 where, you know, he's like, you can forgive me or you could kill me, but then you'll never find out who's responsible for the death of your child. Oh, no, he didn't say that. He's like, you could kill me or you could forgive me. And he has the tape in his hand, man. He's ready to play it, and oh my God.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. If you're listening to this, then you have failed. Because, oh my God, that is thinking ahead. Just like Hannibal, you know, he's always thinking one step ahead. I feel like the reason I give it to Jigsaw is he doesn't plan 1 or 2 or even 3 steps. It's 5 steps or even 7. I mean, he went all the way to a 7th movie after being dead for almost most of the franchise. So,
but the fact that he died, yes, he was going to die anyway because of cancer, but the fact that he wound up dying in one of his own tests in his own games shows that, you know, he was collateral damage that, you know, he couldn't exactly overcome. He died. Basically, he did not overcome. So that's pretty much my argument: is that Hannibal was able to overcome the situation that he's in Silence of the Lambs while being in prison.
I hear what you're saying, and I see your point, but I also would make the argument of whether or not he wanted to die. He's already lost his wife. He lost his kid. He's dying of cancer, and he also lost the one person that he trusted to take on, like, to continue his legacy. She failed him. And so he's just like, fuck it, man. I don't want to live. And one thing I like about Jigsaw is, even though he may not be a scientist, a philosopher, a genius, he understands human nature. He understands what makes humans human and how humans react. He can really look into that, as you clearly know if you've seen any of the movies. He's very keen on deduction of human behavior. And I think he knew from the moment that Jeff set foot inside that little place, he was doomed to die. He knew it. Because he knew Jeff, being the person that he is, a very vengeful man, who lets anger run the gamut of all of his emotions, he knew he was going to die. So he's just like, yeah, I'm ready to die. And so I would say, although, yeah, Hannibal was able to escape his imprisonment and maybe even his death, Jigsaw knew he was about to die. He accepted it, and even though he died, he still had the upper hand.
So I guess what we can pretty much sum up our argument here with is the fact that we're basically talking calculation versus the ability to overcome. And that's pretty much what seems to be our kind of verdict here. So we're basically making a case for all of you guys, the fans out there. You're going to ultimately be deciding, Hannibal or Jigsaw. But yeah, so that's just something to leave you off with: the ability to overcome, or the ability to calculate, and to an extreme precision. And we also didn't bring up the fact that John Kramer, Jigsaw, was played by the completely underrated Tobin Bell, who, without that actor in the role, I feel the character would not have been as successful and as great as Jigsaw was. And then same could be said for Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. Both roles had very, very good actors behind them. I mean, obviously, Anthony Hopkins more well-known, more respected and everything for his roles.
Oscar win in his hand.
Exactly. And, Tobin Bell doesn't have any Oscar wins for Jigsaw, but it was definitely a good depiction of the character for both of them. They were both great depictions. We're not comparing the actual actors' performances themselves, just the fact that both actors were very strong in these depictions of these characters. So I just want to, we had really kind of overlooked that. So I just wanted to, I wanted to bring up the actors, both of them. Without them, the characters I don't think could have been who they were.
Here's an interesting thought. Do you think after Anthony Hopkins won his Oscar for playing Hannibal Lecter, do you think he went home and ate some fava beans and just went?
Think he actually ate human?
He's just like, you know what? Because of this Oscar, I'm gonna try human. I'm gonna eat them like a little.
He gets into character really hard.
He's really into the character. But I guess we move on to the next part, Braun's. Now, this one's a little hard because I don't think both of our guys are very physically inept. I mean, they're pretty smart, like ingenious,
I don't know. I think it's pretty much a clear winner here.
Don't say it.
Jigsaw is dying from cancer, and Hannibal Lecter, in the movies at least, was still very, very violent. And there was a point I remember in Silence of the Lambs, I think it was, where someone walks in and just two guys, I think one of them had their face ripped off or something. It was just two guys dead that had to deal with him. And it's just the fact we didn't need to see him do it. I don't even think you see him do it, but he gets stuff done. And there's no way Jigsaw could put up a fight for. He got his ass kicked by Eric Matthews. So.
Well, I mean, he didn't even put up a fight, though. I mean, if he was a younger man.
Because he could. Oh, okay. If he was a younger man, is that what we need to? A young
Hey, well, you
Jigsaw?
know what? If I was a rich man, no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, no, no, no, no, no.
we're
I
having
think
fun here.
I think it's a clear winner when it comes to Braun.
Okay, I'll make an argument. Just because you want to have the brass balls to say that Hannibal has the strength. Keep in mind, Jigsaw builds his traps. Do you see how heavy those things are? You know how heavy they are? I mean, when he
He
first
doesn't
started
lift
off, he was
them.
all by himself building these traps. He has to carry the victims into the room all by himself.
Not for long, though.
Not for
Hernandez
long,
took
but for
over.
most of it, yeah.
Okay, but we're getting to being
And
able
he
to
had and he
carry
had
bodies.
cancer. And he had cancer. He built the traps, he built the doll, he carried the victims into the room, all with cancer. Boom,
But
boy.
that doesn't necessarily constitute a threat. That just means he
What?
can lift up 180 pounds, 200 pounds,
Dude, he
depending
once
on the
hey,
body.
he carried a 300-pound fat man into a basement by himself, put razor wires all over the wall. You know how long
That's
that
just
was?
intricate. That's not even.
That's endurance like a motherfucker, if I may say so myself.
Hannibal Lecter, we know, has to have some kind of, if not martial arts, then some kind of experience with fighting. Because to be able to get out of some of the situations he's in, he's at least a fighter at heart. So I I think it's clear cut here.
No, man, no. I mean, we haven't seen Jigsaw fight, but that's the clear indicator right there. We never seen him fight.
Oh,
Actually
okay.
showed him fight. I bet you that guy would be fucking menacing as hell.
He can
Even
take an
with
ass
cancer.
kicking. He can take an ass kicking. We saw that with
Oh
him.
yeah, like he's gonna fight like he's gonna fight Eric Matthews with 7 other guys in the other room that can easily beat him up and fucking triple team on him. And see, unfair advantage right there. See, Hannibal got lucky. He had 2 guards. Freaking Jigsaw had Eric Matthews and the whole fucking precinct behind him. So what's the guy to do? He's not gonna pull like a V and just like stab everybody with super fast knives.
I rest my case.
Okay, you rest your case, lawyer Joe. I see you.
And real quick before we move on to Badass, I want to bring out a comment from Anchoello, which is definitely dead on. Both characters are geniuses, so this movie Warfare is extremely hard. And that's dead on. This is definitely a tough battle, I think, here. And I personally love both characters. You know, it's not easy to go against Jigsaw here.
That's
Um,
right.
but you know, that's the fun of this movie Warfare. It gets you thinking, you know? So
There you go, man. There you go.
so now Badass, which is basically if Hannibal was facing Jigsaw, who would win?
Fava beans. Don't forget the fava beans.
And the fava beans.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you go first for this one. This one is definitely interesting.
This is gonna be very interesting because again, we never seen Jigsaw in a fight. But okay, let's pick a scenario. Like
Okay.
let's put them in a scenario.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to pick from both movies where we can put them in a scenario. Okay, Hannibal he's in a trap set by Jigsaw with Jigsaw playing as well. Who will survive? Or okay, better yet. Hannibal and Jigsaw are in a game that wasn't constructed by either one of them, and they both must use their brains, intellect, and whatever resources that they have to escape this place.
Oh, Hannibal. Hannibal.
Dude, no way.
I brought up the in the brains category the emphasis and the ability to overcome.
Okay, but
Of Hannibal.
I bet you brought up the ability to overcome. That's definitely Jigsaw. The guy is fucking fighting cancer and fighting the police and all this shit.
He doesn't overcome though. He
He
kind of just goes down along with it.
What?
He doesn't overcome all that though. He just kind of goes down with it.
I
He
don't
goes
know,
down with
dude.
the Titanic pretty much.
I don't know, dude. He escaped going to jail in the second movie. He escaped them. He escaped from that bathroom without them even knowing that that was him. I don't know, buddy. I feel like that's the determination to survive.
Okay. If we're talking determination to survive here, then I can't think of a better trap to do than the one in, I believe it was Saw 6, where they it was a scale and they had to cut off parts of their body, and do you remember what I'm talking about? And the heavier side wins. And
Hmm.
if we're getting a trap like that, and neither one of them set it up, and both of them are facing each other in it, Hannibal wins. He's a sick, he's a
Okay,
sick son of a
first of
bitch.
all, how do you know he won't fight off the temptation to eat his own arm? He cuts it off. It's like, yeah. Oh, I could actually.
I'm sure he will be curious, but he's very intelligent and he's very determined. He's sick. He'll be able to get that done. He'll be able to kind of do it without batting an eye.
I don't know. I think Jigsaw would be he'd be giving like Hannibal the death stare like this, and he just takes his arm and goes, "Your move."
I don't know. I
And
think Hannibal.
remember, Jigsaw has nothing to lose. He has cancer. He'll cut off every part of his body just to survive. And that's the determination right there. Because if they were put in that scenario, you know, Hannibal, he's a smart man. He knows he needs his arms, he needs his legs to do whatever he needs to do. He needs to escape the police. He needs to go find his dinner. And that requires him to have some of these appendages that he's so fond of. So I personally think, whereas Jigsaw doesn't really have anything to lose in this scenario, it also has backup. After chopping off his arm, he may not be able to carry anything anymore, but he has people that can help him carry stuff. So allies, babing, here we go.
Yeah, but allies in this situation, he would have to make it out alive first, and I don't think he'd be able to. I mean, yeah, Jigsaw's twisted and everything, but I don't see him as necessarily physically strong like that. I see him not being able to, if we're talking about this trap, necessarily cut off too much of his own body. I see Hannibal determined and being like, I will survive. Jigsaw, we saw him die during a trap. He's not, he won't do whatever it takes to survive, and Hannibal will.
Okay, yeah, he didn't survive the third movie, but it wasn't
Boom.
because he didn't have the. It's not because he's basically, well, he didn't really give up. He just accepted the fact that he's gonna die and he went with it. But if put in a situation where he didn't have to die and he knew he could survive, I think he would fight to survive as well. In fact, he would fight even more. He has nothing to lose, literally. Hannibal has everything to lose. He still has a social standing. He still has a reputation, and he's hungry. He wants to go and eat humans, man. He wants to survive. He wants to make it to another day. Jigsaw, guys like, I have cancer, lost my wife. I really have nothing to live for. But if I need to make it out of this motherfucker alive, and it's between me and you, you're going down. You're not standing in my way. So that's how I feel, though. Yeah.
Okay. I think, as opposed to a trap, just one more kind of scenario
Yeah,
for this.
no, one more scenario. Since we did a trap, which is very much up Jigsaw's alley, maybe we could do something somewhere similar to what's on like up at Hannibal's alley.
Not even really that, but let's just say, they bump into each other on the side of the road, and they bump into each other really hard, and they don't like each other. They really, and Jigsaw's getting a feeling like, I think this is a bad guy. I get a bad feeling from him. He would fit in one of my traps. He needs to go through that. And Hannibal's like, he looks like he tastes pretty good. So
You look delicious.
so then they keep walking and go their own ways, but they have each other on on their sights. Then who wins?
So
From
kind of
that
like
minute.
a No Country for Old Men kind of scenario.
Like they just see each other, they don't like each other, they're determined to get rid of each other.
Well, first off, if we're gonna do this, I'm pretty sure Jigsaw is going to come up with this elaborate plan out of nowhere, and before Hannibal even knows it, he got his ass. What do you gotta say?
Oof. This is a tough one because I thought of a scenario, but I didn't necessarily think of where to go from there. I guess once they walk away, Jigsaw, it would take him a little time. It doesn't just come easy. It doesn't. He doesn't make those traps overnight. It takes time. Jigsaw plans out these traps and everything, but it doesn't happen overnight. So Hannibal is someone who can get something done overnight, especially if he's out and free and everything, and he wants them. He's going to go into Jigsaw's house when he's sleeping. He's going to take care of him, and that's not necessarily something Jigsaw would do right away. And even if it is a simple trap like the mask, the reverse trap mask, or something simple like that, it still takes time and still takes effort.
I think Jigsaw might not need to prepare. I mean, it could be a simple trap. He knows, okay, he knows that Hannibal is, he's a cannibal. Hannibal the cannibal.
Yeah.
I still
They
hate.
never even realized, like in the TV show that is, like when no one knows that he's like a cannibal, no one realizes Hannibal the cannibal.
I know, right? It's just like, oh, they could have.
Like, come on.
I get it. It's so fucking obvious. Hannibal the cannibal.
If his name was Tim, then okay, but his name's Hannibal.
Exactly. And there are people being eaten out there. Gee, who could it be? But anyway, so he probably will already know Hannibal's reputation. So he could easily set up a simple trap to where he gives Hannibal the choice of eating his own flesh or just staying there and dying. He'll make him make his own choice. I can actually see it because he could easily he could tie him down and literally have him struggle out or something like to. If he wanted to like be released from this, he would have to literally eat his arm off, and when he does that, he could get up and eat his legs off and stuff. He's a cannibal. Jigsaw could set an easy trap like that up. It doesn't need to be elaborate. Just Jigsaw has a very unique style to where he takes what the person did in life and kind of turns it against them. You know this. So yeah, I think he could easily make a simple trap that exact day if he were to bump into him, and then just catch him in the act. And hell, maybe he'll even expect Hannibal to be in his house. He's just like, "You've been looking for me, haven't you?" Or he's like, "You've been waiting for me, haven't you? Come out of the shadows."
I would love to see the tape that is played for Hannibal. Hello, Hannibal. You
Or
have
if they
eaten
like to
people.
call you Hannibal the Cannibal. All your life.
Why do you eat people? Why do you do that?
What the fuck, bro?
Why did you think of that in the first place?
What, you didn't think I would know that you eat cannibals with your name?
It's like some kind of Dracula fetish gone wrong. But getting back onto a topic, and I think this is going to be the deal breaker here. Jigsaw, he runs wild, he runs amok, he does his own little thing, I'm getting everyone. But he never really goes up against a villain. Hannibal does. He goes up against, he has Mason Verger, who was a villain, and he overcomes and he beats Mason Verger. Experience overcoming people who are also really twisted in their own rights. So Jigsaw is a twisted man, and I'm not saying Mason Verger is Jigsaw. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying Hannibal has experience overcoming, I'm going to say twisted people. Boom.
All right, well, I guess we could end it there then.
Okay.
I see your point, but I already made my point clear. I'll just be repeating myself now.
Okay. That's
So,
fine.
but I will agree. You know, he does face opponents, whereas Jigsaw, he never had to. He never had an adversary. He had people that he played mental mind games with.
Yeah,
But
he's just more of a
all
degenerate.
was like, huh?
He's just more of like a degenerate.
Pretty much.
He's
You
just
know, he
off
never
the
had someone
handle.
on his level, whereas Hannibal, he faced people that were on his level. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right,
So,
let's just give each other a round of applause.
yeah, that was intense. That got brutal at times.
That was really good. I think, dude, that was awesome. I enjoyed that.
I
All
do
right,
think
so
that
what do we have
tops.
next?
We have Q&A next, so this is where you guys come.
Well, before we do Q&A, did you want to mention anything else that deals with Hannibal? Anything else you wanted to bring up to defend Hannibal's side?
No, I rest my case.
All right, let's hear it from the jury then. Would you care to do the honors?
Well, we have to give them time to vote, so we'll give them a little bit to vote, and for right now, I guess we'll just answer questions, right?
I saw a really interesting one from Dragon Slayer 817. He said, you guys bring up a lot of interesting points, but I'm curious. How do you feel about movies that start strong, but the endings leave a lot to be desired or end on a sour note?
Do you want to go first, or?
No, dude, you're my guest. You go first.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone hates a bad ending. Everyone does. You know that could, especially you walk out of the movie, or you know the last impression that the movie leaves on you is a poor one, and you know that sucks. But a lot of people will let it ruin the entire movie for them, and unless it's a movie kind of like, I'm going to specify a movie. I don't know if too many people here have seen it. Grave Encounters. Grave Encounters 2. Have you ever seen that?
I didn't see the second. I saw the first one though.
Okay, the second one, it didn't just have the ending was bad. It didn't just have a bad ending, but it had an ending that kind of undid all the good that came before it. And a movie like that, then that kind of ruins it a little bit. You know, the ride until then is a fun one, so you got to remember that for what it's worth. But if it's an ending like that, that's definitely stronger, you know, to make you hate it. You know, that's more inclined to make you, you know, kind of dislike the movie as a whole than one that just has a bad ending. A movie with just like a bad ending, okay, you know, just had a bad ending, that's fine. You still need to remember the movie for what it was before that. But a movie like Grave Encounters 2, where it actually just does damage to the movie and kind of undoes things and just kind of slaps you in the face and says, like, you know, everything you just saw is, you know, this, it's not what you thought, it's worse, it's bad.
It's
Then,
kind of like the nothing really happened kind of ending.
like everything was a dream, you know, something like that. Like everything was a dream. Like,
that.
yeah, then that's a slap in the, then why make that? You know, that's just, you know, trying to piss people off. That's not,
Like
you know.
having your cake and eating it too. Oh, it happened, but at the same time, everyone's fine. I hate when they do
And
it.
it's funny that, you know, that question to ask, because we're talking about Saw, which is a movie that really opens your eyes. But that's what it does. It opens your eyes. It's something that was there the entire time, and it's a puzzle. You piece it all together, going along with the name Jigsaw. Whereas another movie just, you know, just does damage to the rest. And I besides Grave Encounters 2, because that's a one that I saw recently that I could, you know, compare it to. But we've all been through it. We've all seen it. That there's been a movie that, you know, yeah, has bad ending, but then there'll be another movie that actually does damage before it, and I think that's the worst.
See, for me, it's actually Saw. All the Saw movies, with the exception of maybe one before the seventh one, they all were really solid, and they did a good job at establishing, you know, the whole mythos of the Jigsaw, you know, story. 7 negated everything. It destroyed everything. And then have a piss poor ending like that. Oh.
Okay. Um. Well, this is where I'm going to kind of break the fourth wall here, and we're doing Hannibal versus Jigsaw, and I represented Hannibal, but I'm going to break the fourth wall, and I'm a movie reviewer on my channel, but I'm going to actually be a movie reviewer that tells you my favorite movie. I know a lot of people don't do that, but my favorite movie is Saw, and I know that's so shocking because there's a lot of masterpieces out there and everything, and that's great. And there's a lot of movies I do love, but Saw kind of just makes me feel a certain way that other movies fail to do. And I can't hate a Saw unless they do Saw 8 because I've told you about that, right? Or have you heard about Ghost Saw?
Yeah, remember we talked about that?
We're talking about that. Yeah, that they might do
Ghost
something
Saw.
different. Yeah, they're going to do something different with it. So Ghost Saw. So, but
Let's play a game.
but when it comes to Saw, I just love the tone. I love the idea. I love everything about it. That I really can't hate a Saw, and they're my favorite movies. And it's just yes, some of them were a guilty pleasure. I mean, in Saw 6 or Saw 5, I think it was 6. Jigsaw looks at the camera and says "piranha" for no reason. It was like, why did he do that? But
I love how that one scene stuck with you for all these years.
I'm traumatized.
He's like facing this way, and then he's just like, piranha.
But he says, "Oh, goofy." He's like piranha. It's like why? Like you can't take it serious when that happens. So at times it definitely is.
Comes out of nowhere. He's like, I'm feeling hungry today.
It definitely is a guilty pleasure, but in some cases, in some of the movies, I know not all of them were perfect. The first 3 were obviously the strongest, but I can't hate a Saw movie. And Saw 7, I know everyone hates the twist and everything, and I get that, but I know it became like an internet kind of joke. But I seriously thought that after Saw 1. I figured I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done yet. And I kind of like waited. And then when I even saw 2 for the first time, or Saw 3, whatever it was, with the eye key, and you see someone limp and put it in, I noticed the limp. And my friend I saw it with said, he has cancer. But I'm like, that doesn't necessarily constitute a limp. So from then on, I was, sketchy, and I was kind of, piecing it together. So I don't think it was really as much of a slap in the face as everyone says it was. I could see why people hate it, but for me, it was what I wanted. So I love that ending for Saw 7, just because that's what I would. It would have been more impactful had they not shown Dr. Gordon earlier in the movie. If they didn't show him at the,
Yeah, if they kept him an enigma, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, if he came in just then it would have been like much more impactful.
The minute that I saw he was it, like the minute they said, "Oh, guess who's coming back?" Carl or what's his name, Carrie Elwise is coming back. As his character.
I didn't see that. I had no idea it was coming back into the movie.
I don't know what I was doing. I remember I was just reading some news, and there's like Carrie Elwise in the new in the new Saw movie. I'm like, shit. My father was right. Well, I can't believe this, really. The minute that I knew he was in the movie, I'm like, I know the twist now. 8 months before the movie even came out, I already knew what was going to happen. I was like, fuck. And I just want to clarify something. I actually did hate the ending. It was actually the best executed thing of the movie, but the entire movie as a whole was just terrible, and it bogged it down for me. And it didn't even make up that the ending was something I was like, yeah, okay, somebody gets their comeuppance. It's just, even though they gave me those 3 minutes, it didn't make up for the rest of the fucking 100 and something minutes of the film. It just didn't make it up.
Like I said, for me, it's just a guilty pleasure. I get it, and I just can't look at it through an unbiased eye. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be very open. I'm not like that with many movies, but
He's not like that, everybody. He's a
yeah, I
gentleman.
try to be completely as unbiased as I can. But Saw was just something that was very special to me. So like every time I go in, I just couldn't be let down. And that's the only movie that ever, the only franchise that's ever done that with me, where I just can't be. It's like South Park. I can't hate a South Park episode. I really can't. I say that when I review South Park. I say it every time. First 5 seconds.
I can hit South Park.
I can't hate it. I really can't hate it. So, it's like with Saw. I can't hate it unless they do Saw 8 and Jigsaw is a ghost.
I
Then,
guess you can't wait for Ghost Saw, can you?
then
Like,
if that happens, then
there
yes,
every night.
yeah, the Zombie Saw, Ghost Saw. If any of the like happens, then
Oh,
found footage Saw. Oh my God.
knock on wood, that's not gonna happen though. Anyway, so I guess we answered that. What else comments do we have, buddy?
Are you guys a fan of tearjerker movies sometimes?
I mean, I'm not ashamed to cry in a movie. I don't watch a lot of tear jerkers, and it's not like, oh, they have cancer. Oh no, I cry more at like movies that are profound to me, like freaking Fruitvale Station made me tear up. That shit was heavy, and also 12 Years a Slave made me tear up as well.
Wow.
So
Okay, I saw both of those, but I didn't really. Yeah, they were definitely sad, but definitely didn't tear up.
I couldn't contain myself. In 12 years I was able a little bit, but Fruitvale I couldn't. My heart was broken. I was just like, what an atrocity! This fucking, I can't believe this happened. It broke my heart, man. It really did.
Me too.
If a movie could do that for me, I mean, shit, that's profound. The only other movie that really made me tear up a lot, and you will laugh at this, I'm guessing, Toy Story 3.
I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Oh man, that hit me so hard.
I hit everyone hard.
I mean, because it was
Toys were
even
gonna die.
huh?
The toys were gonna die.
Oh no, not that scene. The scene that I cried at is the scene where he's playing with his toys for the last time. That made me cry more.
Yeah, yeah. And when they showed the beginning, where they showed like the old videos of him playing with the toys, and all of a sudden he's an adult, like that hit me hard because like we grew up with that. He was our age. They got the same guy to voice Andy and everything, and
Oh God, that
was
shit
nuts.
hit me, man. That shit hit me.
To answer his question though, if I'm necessarily a fan, I would say no. I I get the need for these kind of movies, and like I said, I like when movies make me feel a certain way. But I hate that. I hate having to cry during a movie. Like,
It's like you're sitting in the theater like, I hate you, movie.
like Click. How dare you?
Click? Well, I'm not gonna lie. Click did make me tear up too. So
None of that. They made us laugh first. So it's like they, sweetened us up. It was like Hansel. Click is the witch from Hansel and Gretel. They sweeten us up, they fatten us up, and then they eat us.
that's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, and and I'm definitely a guy for the classics. Fox and the Hound.
Oh, you would.
When she leaves the fox.
Are you queuing up?
What's wrong?
You need a moment, buddy?
Oh God, Fox, and they made it Fox and the Hound too. I will never, ever, ever see that in my entire life.
Yeah, don't see it, please don't. Oh my God, it's horrendous.
Oh, I'm not saying it's gonna be
There's a big old affair, and they're singing dogs, and what the fuck is going on?
I just don't want to go through it. And then they make them fight at the end. Oh God, no! Movies like that just break my heart.
Well, I mean, at least he redeemed himself, though. I mean, he protected him. Remember?
Yeah, my heart was broken. I was traumatized as a kid, or I always say traumatized.
Dude, Bambi's mom being shot.
I knew about that, so it wasn't. as like impactful because
That blew me away actually as a kid. I remember seeing that, and then that you have the dad just like, your mother's dead. Really? Yeah. Come on. I'm like, oh no, oh no. Shit.
yeah, especially for a kid because like they made it pretty blunt. I remember when I was a kid, I thought passing away when someone passes away, I thought it meant they moved away. So so I'd be like, when are they coming back? Where they move to when we go visit them?
Oh, dude, there's nothing worse than when a kid says something like that because you know that they're not saying it as a joke. They really mean
I
it. You're like,
remember specifically asking it when I was a kid. This was like last week. Um, no, no.
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But yeah, that's am I a fan of tearjerker? I I I respect their inclusion into the movie world, but they're not for me.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I'm at the same level with that. I mean,
Um,
they're not bad. It's just they're not my thing. I'm a romantic comedy kind of guy anyway.
I saw another question that's a pretty good one. What do you guys think of sequels in general? Do you like or dislike them? Also, can you give me a shout out? I just started out. Thanks. Well, okay. Fun Fix Reviews. Here's your shout out. Uh,
No.
yeah. Give it up for Fun Fix Reviews. Sorry. Fun Flicks, not Fun Fix. Fun Flicks Reviews. Um, it's a pretty good question. So, go ahead, Tony. Do you like sequels?
I don't have a problem with the sequel as long as it either lives up to the original or um, goes above it. Sequel. I'm actually making a new top five list on the most unnecessary sequels because Planes Fire and Rescue comes out 2 weeks from now, and I'm just like, so unnecessary, really.
A
But
lot of sequels are. Yeah, a lot of sequels definitely are.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when they made a sequel to The Hangover, I'm like, really? Is that? Do we really need another one? If a sequel is like something that could possibly happen, like if we really like these characters and we want to see them go on more journeys, then a sequel is, mandated. Like I would say, I really like the sequels to Pirates of the Caribbean because there's so much you could do in this world and with these characters. And Johnny Depp. The only problem I had was that I didn't like the fourth one because Johnny Depp just kept eating up that scenery. Other like sequels that I didn't like, oh, the Ice Age franchise needs to fucking die already. The
I
second one
would
was their
I
best
would
sequel.
say Madagascar.
Dude, wait, you hate that or you like it?
No, it needs to stop.
Wait a minute, time out. That's actually the one that I was going to defend because
No,
yeah,
Ice Age I would have defended.
yes. You know why? Because every time Madagascar continued to get better until they
I
got
would
the
say that
third
about
one,
Ice
this was
Age.
the best one they did.
And Ice Age had a fun timeline to work with Dawn of the Dinosaurs, the meltdown.
Okay, but there was no progression. At least in
There wasn't the
Madagascar, there was
timeline.
progression. They were going. What?
There wasn't like the timeline. Like, I like that they kind of factored like the real world kind of, not that close to each other, but like just the real world kind of elements like continental drift and stuff like that. I like that they incorporated that. I thought that was fun. I thought that was a good inclusion. That made me think higher of Ice Age than I did originally for the first one. The first
I
one,
can't. I can't, dude. Like seriously, for me, I felt like Madagascar had a better progression.
oh God, no.
Yes, because they were trying to get back to New York City. It was a full story. Ice Age, they're all. Not, I'm not trying to make a pun here, but it is kind of similar. Ice Age, they're all isolated instances. They don't have like, okay, previously on Ice Age, blah 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 did blah 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 with a blah 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 and Sid. It's just like it's own
And Sid.
it's its own standalone story, and I'm just like, fuck that noise. With Madagascar, there was a whole arc where they were trying to get back to New York City and the adventure to get back to New York City. And the third one is without a doubt their best one because they finally realized that it's like the grass is greener on the other side. It might seem like it was nice to live there, but once you went out and experienced the world, it seems more like a cage than ever. And I was like, I was happy they took that direction. With Ice Age, it's like, oh, there's a new cast member? Oh, okay, bring in Ice Age 5. Let's go. No, fuck.
Okay, but kind of stepping away from Ice Age and Madagascar, I think we're both kind of in agreement that if the movie warrants a sequel, if a sequel will work in the world, and it brings something to the table, so then I'm all for it. I think it's actually, I respect sequels because it's harder to do a good sequel because you're going up against expectations. So if you can do a good sequel, then I think higher of that because you were able to not only deliver a good movie but then a really good sequel. I think very highly of that.
You know what was the worst sequel ever made?
Wait, Grave Encounters 2, American Psycho 2, Titanic 2.
The boat returns.
You never saw Titanic 2?
Please, no.
It's a thing.
Oh, I'm not gonna believe it.
Ghost Boat. No, okay, I'm kidding.
But you know what the worst is? The worst one was?
What's that?
The Dark Knight.
You're joking. You don't believe that. There's no way you believe that. Nope, I don't believe it. Next question.
I'm just joking. Dark Knight was excellent. Though The Dark Knight Rises, that's the one I would say is not that good of a sequel. So, yeah. All right, what else questions do we have? Do we want to count up the votes, though? I think we got sidetracked.
Yeah, I would say just one. There's a lot of good questions here, so I would say maybe one or two more. Two quick ones right here.
Okay.
How do you feel when the character is getting tortured by the traps in Saw?
Honestly, at first I felt bad for them, but as the series progressed, they started becoming more for like the shock value, and you didn't really care about the characters anymore, which always broke my heart because the whole thing about Saw was that the heart of the characters. I mean, not like this kind of sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, or believe in the heart of the cards, but I always felt sad for the characters, and I wanted them to get out of their situation. But as the series progressed, they were cannon fodder. They were there to die, and that's it. You didn't have to care about them. You just needed to live. And I was like, so at the beginning, yeah, I cared about the characters. Later on, not so much. What about you?
The traps were the things I didn't really care for when I originally saw it because it was like watching a man, hurt his pet. It's like he would make these people like animals and treat them just like no living creature should be treated. And it was definitely tough to watch at first, but those were the least appealing parts for me for the movie. I was there for the story, and I really appreciated the twists and everything. And you're right, they started becoming more for shock value, and I think that's what a lot of people will ignore the story and so on and really just go by the traps, like, oh, that trap was awesome. And that's what a lot of people do. So, that's why they really went for shock value. But, I mean, Saw 7, there was, like, a trap for someone that was cheating on her boyfriend or something with another guy.
That was the worst trap
that
ever.
Was... Okay, I would give it to you. That was...
I was sitting in the theater, dude. I had this really just dumbfounded look on my face, like, a love triangle? Jigsaw, what?
Yeah, that's...
I was just like, you have completely lost what Jigsaw was all about. Jigsaw doesn't give a fuck about love triangles. What?
Live or die. YOLO.
I can't believe, I was so fucking pissed at that. Of all the most, like, ridiculous things and petty things to do, a love triangle. Jigsaw would never. He would never. That's when I knew that Saw 7 was doomed. Jigsaw would never do something like that. That was,
Yeah.
oh my god.
That's why we can't have a Saw 8. We have one more question.
He's like he puts like a dog and like a cat, and he's just like, okay, you must
Meow meow.
bark bark or meow meow. Make it.
Ooh, I'm a ghost. Oh god, no.
I would
Walking
laugh
Saw.
if it is Ghost Saw, man.
Or Zombie Saw. Oh, hashtag the Walking Saw.
Okay,
We have one more question.
What?
One more question I think looks good. And
Okay.
someone before we get to that last question, someone's kind of calling you out here. What's your favorite romantic comedy movie? Don't forget anime, because you had said your favorite romantic comedy, and this guy's saying, don't forget your
Wait,
roots. Don't forget
called
anime.
me. Oh,
C Nation
since
619. Booyaka Booyaka 619.
Cena, C Nation.
Yeah, C Nation. John Cena.
Yeah, John. Yeah, C Nation 6.
I don't think it's actually John Cena though.
Okay, what is my favorite romantic comedy movie? Oh shit.
Booyaka Booyaka 619. Hey, Booyaka Booyaka. That's my Pueblo.
Okay, let's go to another question and then I'll come back to that.
Romantic comedy, me personally, I don't. Romantic comedies.
I know, you don't look like a romantic comedy type guy.
No, yeah, not my thing.
Okay, what was that other question that you were talking
Blue
about?
Valentine. No, I'm kidding.
That's not a romantic comedy.
That's the most anti-romantic comedy ever.
That's like the most, opposite
Stay
romantic
single.
comedy. All right, what was the other comic you were talking about?
Oh, hold on, I just had it. Hold on, I just had it.
Oh, look at you, Joe, everybody.
Because there's so many new comics now. See, it's hard to hate South Park. See, people agree with me here. You can't hate South Park.
You're just so popular, Joe. I mean, everybody loves you, man.
I lost it. I lost it. Oh,
wait. Could it be the cliche comment?
no, I got it. Is your favorite type of movie genre horror? Because we're kind of comparing to. Silence of the Lambs isn't straight up horror, but I guess it's definitely got horror elements to it. So I think that is an appropriate question here.
Okay, what was the question again?
Is your favorite type of movie genre horror?
No.
And I think yeah, you already said romantic comedy, right? That's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say for a genre of movie, yeah, I would say horror. I said guilty pleasure before, and that's really what I find with horrors. I review a lot of horrors that I really just should not be wasting money on in the first place, like Devils do.
Oh, you wasted your money on that?
I saw that, and it's because I like horror movies, and it's just
I don't know whether to slap you or pat you on the back because of how terrible it was.
it was rough, and I'm better now. I'm getting over it.
I've been through therapy, doctors say take these pills.
But it's just it's hard to do a good horror movie. I really think it's tough to kind of nail all the elements that comes with a horror movie. And I think for me personally, only a few movies really just go there with horror. And if there's a really good horror movie, it says a lot for me. And just the genre in general. I love a good horror movie that doesn't rely on jump out, pop out scares. If a movie like Sinister didn't really have too many pop out scares, but it was just freaky. It was just a very scary story, and everything, and tone and atmosphere, and that's what made it scary. It didn't rely on jump outs and stuff like that. So that's my favorite type of movie, pretty much, is a movie like that. So
am I scary?
No. Although I was not expecting when I saw the live stream last night for you to be bald.
No, right, man?
Hashtag bald critic guy.
I like it. I like it. Bald has always been my style. I never liked hair. Hair is always distracting to me. So being bald was what suited me better.
Um,
Yeah, let's count up some of the votes here.
yeah. Okay. So should we start from the bottom up, guys? If you want to place in your votes, then I would do so now because
Starting from the bottom, now we're here.
boom.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna start from the bottom here. Okay, we got nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. I still see nothing.
And
Okay,
this is the
first
most
vote.
exciting part.
First, first vote, Jigsaw. So one for Jigsaw. Uh, no, already counted his vote. Um, okay, another one for Jigsaw. One for Hannibal. Another for Jigsaw.
Are you counting? Is it
Another for Hannibal.
was it
So far
14?
it's so far it's two for Hannibal and four for Jigsaw.
Okay.
See.
How do you feel about annoying characters in movies? They're annoying.
I like, sometimes I do like annoying characters in movies, though. Okay, so far I only found two votes for Hannibal and four for Jigsaw. So we'll wait another 5 minutes, and then we'll
Okay.
count up the votes again.
Let's see if we can find any more. Someone else asked, "Are you guys a fan of tearjerkers?" Damn, they're going after those tearjerkers, man.
Hey, dude, you got some paranormal activity happening behind you.
Oh yeah, my house is haunted.
Really?
No.
That'd be so cool. Just like you're doing a review, and the ghost's like, "Ooh, I give that movie a 2."
Ooh, ghost saw.
It's Jigsaw from the grave. He's like, "Joe, I want to play a game."
Go see Saw 8 in theaters in 2 weeks.
In theaters, July 27th. Get your tickets now. All right.
That's my question. Then my question is, why would Saw continue?
Simple. Money.
Yeah, but like any other reason, like is that what literally every single person in the studio is saying? Like, just get money. Like, is there anyone who's saying like, first of all, no, it can't. The ratings for the newest Saws got destroyed. It didn't make that much money. And the fact that like, is there anyone just saying like, no, guys, no, there's no one in there.
No, they're all yes men. You know this. They're all yes men. They're like, let's make another song. I agree, boss. Yes, I agree too. Let's do it. Let's fast track this bitch. You know?
Okay.
No one has a consenting opinion. They're not gonna be like, well, I don't know. It's either yes or no.
And you know what? I would say this right now, but I know damn well I'd watch it. That if Saw had a TV show, it's not. I don't see that being as bad as it sounds. I mean, like a different like trap, like an episode, and it wouldn't be a half hour.
It could have like an overarching story. I mean,
Yeah, I think that would work. If done in the right hands. Like someone like Brian Fuller, who like has taken Hannibal, which should not work, and make it a masterpiece of a show. You know, if they had someone like that, I really think a Saw show could work. But as for the movies, don't keep them going and don't reboot them because, I mean, yeah, even if they had a TV show, it'd be a different Jigsaw. But like, you can't have Jigsaw without Tobin Bell. You really can't. It's gonna be just odd.
Well, here's my argument because I think they could do a show too. I mean, for years I always thought that freaking if they followed the formula of Dexter, it would definitely work. I mean, Dexter was a killer. He got away. Nobody ever knew what he did, and there was always an overarching story. There was a story arc to be told, and they could easily have like story arcs where they follow a character trying to solve the trap set up by this man, and then maybe even have a reveal to who Jigsaw really is. Like we don't know who it is, and then what? Like the ending of the season could be like hands up, and then it's just like who are you? And then he's about to turn, and then before he shows his face, cut to black or something like that, you know? And the guy could be like, oh my god, you know? And then, yeah. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
It depends who would be in charge of it, but I can see something like that. But not a movie. Don't. No Saw 8. No Ghost Saw. No.
You're really stuck on this ghost saw, man. Could that just
I'm
be like your running joke now? Ghost saw.
no. My running joke is Rock for Robin. Um,
What?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson said he's doing a DC movie.
Mm-hmm.
On my channel, if anyone here is watching that is from my channel, they know my ongoing joke has been hashtag Rock for Robin.
Oh,
Because the DC movies, they're screwed. I mean, they're screwed to begin with. They're screwed when they signed Zack Snyder to, kind of helm everything ever. So, they're screwed. So just kind of, go down swinging. So just go down, make The Rock Robin. Could you imagine that? Dick Grayson, The Rock?
in his tight outfit.
In the Robin.
What are you doing?
Not even Nightwing, just Robin.
Is Robin, Rock for Robin?
That is my hashtag Rock for Robin. That's my ongoing joke. But speaking of superheroes like that, I guess last question again. We keep saying last question. Avengers or X-Men Days of Future Past?
Dude, Avengers.
Avengers is a bigger movie, and it's a fun movie. But if I saw both of them for the first time and, all outside influences taken away and everything, X-Men, it was the better movie. But, it doesn't hold, it's not as, big as the Avengers. So that's why I don't think,
I will agree that story-wise and character-wise, it is the better movie, but the more entertaining movie, a movie I feel like most superheroes nowadays don't really understand anymore because we're all gonna be dark and, depressing and stuff. I love the fact that the Avengers was able to make another fun superhero movie. I haven't seen a fun superhero movie in a while. I think the last one that I actually had a lot of fun with, and you might not agree, I really enjoyed Captain America: The First Avenger. That was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Cheesy, but it was fun.
it was okay. I thought you were going to lay Iron Man 3 on me. But,
No. I mean, Iron Man 3 was fun, but we need more Iron Man in the movie.
Iron Man 3 was not fun.
I enjoyed it.
I hated it. But yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say Avengers on this one because if I'm going for like which one I enjoy the most and which one I would watch over and over again, Avengers. Although it's hard because I gave both of them a 5 out of 5. I really, really liked them. But for overall fun and just rewatchability, it has to go to the Avengers.
Okay. I'll give that.
What about you?
I mean, yeah, rewatchability Avengers, but as just two movies, like I said, outside factors kind of ignoring it, like, media and everyone else's public opinion and everything, like, like X-Men should be the bigger movie, It's not, because Avengers, the team getting together, it's a bigger deal. But X-Men I thought was a better movie than X-Men.
The problem about X-Men is that they don't ever let other characters shine besides the primary big ones. Like Wolverine and Magneto and Professor X and fucking Storm. But how many of the other X-Men do you know of?
Shadowcat had a little something, even though her
what
part
did she really do, though?
She should have been much.
How many people out there really know what Shadowcat's name is?
Kitty Pryde or Ellen Payne.
You don't count. You're informed. I'm talking like just the average movie-going audience.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know.
That's one thing I have to give it to the Avengers is that they all stood out. You know the team. Not only do you know the team name, but you know all the key players.
You know everyone on the team.
I was watching X-Men: Days of Future Past. I enjoyed it, but the thing is, I was like looking at this guy with dreads. I'm like, shit, I don't know his name. And when I was doing the review, I was like, I have no idea what their character's name is.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I do like Blink though. Blink was pretty cool.
Blink was very cool. I liked her kind of. I just kept.
I'm biased though. I'm biased. I like Asians, so.
I kept calling her Portal because of like Portal and Portal 2. That's
Yeah, I
like
know.
power.
It'd be very interesting if they actually had her voice blink.
Yeah, they play like Still Alive, like actually.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, if she would.
If she won, she just left the little tape there. He's like, "This was a triumph.
I'm leaving, or what?
I'm
I'm
leaving a note here. Huge
huge
success."
success. Yeah. Okay. My last question to you. My last one, and then I'm done. This has nothing to do with Hannibal and versus Jigsaw, which is a shame because I want to kind of keep the questions at least.
We're having fun with this, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're having a little fun. Community got renewed yesterday, and I asked this on your live stream yesterday, but I must have missed it if you saw it. If you did answer it, do you watch Community?
no.
No. Okay.
I got a lot of flack for this, considering that I am big on like nerdisms and the geek fan base. I'm huge on it. It's just that every time I try to find time to watch it, I get sidetracked with something else. And it's funny because I've seen Futurama a bajillion times and I've rewatched it so many times. Same thing with Sherlock and other shows. Yet I never really I'm not doing anything right now. Maybe I should watch Community now. I haven't seen it. I should go and watch it. I don't know why. I just never did.
You
But
need to venture out, spread your wings, and watch Community. Community, you would love. It breaks the fourth wall all the time.
no, that's why I think that's why a lot of my subscribers are like, Tony, how do you not watch Community? I mean, you would love that show. A lot of my friends in college are like, Tony, how do you not watch Community? You would love that show. They say like the character that Donald Glover plays in the show is me, and I'm just like,
Donald Glover, really?
yeah, I haven't seen the show,
Troy?
so I don't know what they mean.
Okay.
Why? What do you think?
I get it. I see it.
You see it?
Yeah. Troy was my favorite character. I said was because Donald Glover isn't on the show anymore. He's Childish Gambino. He's going
He's
farther.
gonna go big in the hip hop scene, right?
Yeah, with the rapping. But yeah, Community's so good, dude. I mean, I wouldn't say like if you were to see a new TV show tomorrow and you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna start Community. I would say watch Hannibal first.
Look at you.
But Community is very good.
There you go. All right, I'm going to read just the last few votes here since we're about to close it. Okay, we got another vote for Hannibal, which brings it up to 3. Let's see. Nothing. Another vote for Jigsaw, so it's at 7.
Wait.
No, wait.
No. I think we should
5.
redo this and just count, like write it down, like each one. Like, hold on.
What?
I think we should like write down, like I
You
will.
gonna write it down then?
Yeah, I will tally.
Okay,
one.
you want me to start from the beginning again?
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get a piece of paper here. Piece of paper over here. Okay.
I'm gonna go all the way down again.
Okay, we're at the bottom. I'm gonna go along with you. And guys, this is the most fun part of the review of the video. Yeah, where we sit and just count every vote.
Every vote.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is by Jacob Berry 47 minutes ago. If you scroll down a little more, he said Jigsaw. Are you there? Jacob Berry.
47. Oh, yeah, it says 53 for me. Yep.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I didn't refresh my page though.
Okay. Jigsaw is 1.
Okay. Next is
Jacob Berry also
01. He voted for Jigsaw.
Yep.
Okay. Next is I'll Waste Your Time. He voted for Hannibal.
Okay, and then oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Fun Flicks Reviews. He picked Jigsaw.
And remember, we shouted them out. So guys, Fun Flicks Reviews.
Fun Flicks Review.
Yep, and subscribe because it takes around this much effort.
Ancol, Ancolello,
And
Ancolio
Coelho. Hannibal.
voted for Hannibal.
Okay.
All right. Scrolling. Just keep
This guy
scrolling.
saying he has pizza, so that's either.
Who said pizza?
Blue Speed said he has pizza right now.
Oh, I want some. Okay, next one is Shimmy Lover 1 2 3 4. They also vote for Jigsaw.
Okay. Shimmy Lover? Where's that?
Shimmy Lover. It's well, mine says 7 minutes ago, so it's right under C Nation, Cena Nation, or Cena Nation. Fuck it, I don't know.
Oh. Oh, whoa. Okay, wait.
Mr. Badman 59 is right under him. Are you there yet?
What was the name?
Shimmy Lover 1 2 3 4.
Jimmy Lover.
No, Shimmy Lover.
Shimmy Lover.
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's too
Okay,
smart for Jigsaw.
The Pythagorean 743 voted for Hannibal.
Yep.
Anime COD Emblems voted for Jigsaw. EG 545 voted for Jigsaw. Mr. Badman 59 voted for Jigsaw. Blue Speed 2014 voted for Jigsaw.
Ouch. Oh, wow. Okay, we still have a lot more.
Yeah, we still got a lot more. You got Michael Alonzo, he voted for Hannibal.
Michael Alonzo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. And then someone also asked if I'm a robot.
I
No.
am Bender, please insert Griffin.
No.
Okay, Jeff Emerson, he voted for Hannibal.
Okay.
The Senation 619ified, or Cification, he voted for Jigsaw. And then last one is Plus Ones, he voted for Hannibal.
Okay, so from my tally, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Jigsaw, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Hannibal. Let's just do one final refresh of the old page.
Look at you! Look at you!
It's my robotic ways.
I must find a way to win.
And that's it. So we have a winner?
Jigsaw for the win.
Okay, and now that this is actually over, I see it. Oh, and someone else just voted for Jigsaw. Just to kind of, just really, get it in there.
It's like,
take that, Joe. Robot. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was good.
this is
tough one.
Hey, not only did we talk about, the movie warfare thing, but we also talked just movie things that we're both fans of. I mean, hell.
Yeah, I mean, those questions were awesome, guys. Thanks for the questions.
What do you guys think of Joe from Agree to Disagree? What do you think of this little live chat that we're doing? Would you guys like to see it very often? Because
I'm not actually a robot. I have proof. I have water here. Robots don't.
I don't know. It looks very oily, buddy. It's not oil.
It's vegetable oil.
I should have known. See, guys, he's a robot. We can't trust him. He's gonna take over the world like the apes, man.
Like the AIDS?
Apes.
Oh, I had no idea where you were going with that.
Like apes? What?
I thought that was some kind of movie reference I missed.
You're gonna go see Planet of the Apes, by the way?
I will. That looks amazing from the one trailer which I saw, because I saw like 10 seconds of the second one and they were showing way too much.
I was just like, damn it, stop showing me yet.
Stop revealing everything ever.
Yeah, seriously, guys, we're already excited. Stop it. Stop giving the movie away. When I saw the new trailer, they showed a scene. Oh my god, I wish they didn't show that scene. It was, the problem is it wasn't a bad scene. It was great.
But I don't want to see it now.
Huh?
But, I don't want to see it.
No, don't see the final trailer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the scene, yeah, it looks great. It looks like fun, but I don't want to see that during a trailer.
No,
It's
I
like
want to see it in the movie.
exactly. We have a theater near me that's doing Guardians of the Galaxy. They're doing 20 minutes of the movie.
I'm like,
I don't
no.
want to see that.
No.
I'll wait for the actual movie.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's like a month. It's just a month ago. It's only a month away, guys. Do you really need to see 20 minutes? You'll be seeing it in full in a month.
Plus, if I want to see 20 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll go see all the trailers. That probably equals it.
I don't need to see anymore. I'm already excited. Stop it. I'm excited. Stop it. Just don't. No more, please.
Oh, God. Well, we have someone saying he's seriously laughing out loud. So.
Because you're a funny guy, you know. You're a funny guy. Anyway, so I guess that ends this live chat here. I want to thank Joe from Agree to Disagree for joining me on this epic movie warfare live chat. And I want to thank each and every one of you watching out there, all 24 of you, for watching this video.
Well, people have been in and out.
Huh?
People have been in and out.
Oh, no, yeah. We reached about 35, so.
Yeah.
Not a bad turnout.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. I just want to also bring up, we do have TV Warfare next Tuesday. That one will be held on my channel, Agree to Disagree.
I'll put a link in the description so that you guys go check it out. In fact, if you could, Joe, put a link in the comments section so everyone can go check you out. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And I'll put up the TV Warfare from last week. We did, why am I forgetting this?
You know this.
Why am I forgetting this? Oh, Frank Underwood. I have next week's on my mind. We did Frank Underwood versus Walter White, and we had no winner there because there weren't enough people really.
It was the first one, though. It was the first.
You know, we were experimenting a little bit, but
yeah, it was good. Do we want to say what we're gonna do next week then?
Yeah, next week is TV Warfare. That will be Dexter Morgan versus Hannibal Lecter, and we did Hannibal Lecter tonight. I know that's repetitive, but we're going to be doing the TV version played by Mads Mikkelsen, and that one I think, like I'm a huge fan of the TV show. I think that one's very different, so I think that's fun. I think that's going to be a really, really good one. I think that's going to be much like this one, where it's going to be tough to really decide between one. So, and then did we decide on our next movie one? I know we were kind of...
I believe we... oh, yeah, we did.
We did.
Batman versus Captain America.
So there you go. In 2 weeks' time from tonight.
2 years before the epic throwdown of Captain America 3 versus Batman v Superman, we're going to have our very own clash of Batman versus Captain America.
Yeah, and we'll be going by the movies. It won't be a comic thing, so it's going to be...
And I swear to God, I mean, I know you all are my subscribers and all, but I just have a feeling I'm going to lose that battle before I even start.
Oh, right, because you're doing Captain America.
Yep.
Team Batman, guys.
I can't believe you guys. You bandwagoning mother luckers, you know?
So, yeah, definitely let us know what you think of this whole movie warfare, TV warfare thing, because we definitely have, you know, for immediate plans, we definitely have this planned out, with next week being Dexter vs. Hannibal and 2 weeks being Batman vs. Captain America.
We're ready like Freddy, man. Here we go.
Yeah, man. So, TV warfare is on my channel. Movie warfare is on Tony's channel. If you want to see TV warfare, because you might forget that it's on Tuesday nights at 10, then go subscribe to Agree to Disagree, because it only takes around that much effort to do so. Hey, maybe when you're there, we can all agree to disagree. That's my plug.
Way to sneak in your little outro, huh?
Just like how me and Tony did tonight. We agreed to disagree.
Dude, I mean, seriously. We agree to disagree so many times, man. I don't know how we weren't friends.
BCG and A2D.
Hey, new hashtag, guys. Whenever we do this, hashtag BCG A2D.
Yep.
That's going to be the hashtag. And then put a dash.
I guess
I'm going to type that in the comments right now, actually. Fucking, let me do this. Give me a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hashtag BCG
and
slash
ATD.
A2D. There you go. It's gonna be a new when I'm gonna post this on Twitter. That's the hashtag I'm gonna do. There you go. Anyway, so I guess that's pretty much all we gotta say, right?
Yeah, I mean, except Mr. Badman said give a shout out to Mary. So I don't know who Mary is.
Mary.
I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. So
Hi,
shout
Mary.
out shout out to you, Mary. Hi.
Mary, you're looking very lovely tonight. I heard you got a little lamb with fleece as white as snow. Is that true?
He's just spreading gossip now.
Please tell me you got that reference.
I didn't.
Really? Dude, come on. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. No, no.
No, I know that, but what was the Mary? What did you originally say?
I said, hey, Mary, I heard you have a little lamb whose fleece is white as snow.
Oh, I guess since it wasn't in musical tone, I didn't put two and two together.
Oh, God.
But
Heartbroken.
yeah, we already have someone saying Team Batman, so just wait 2 weeks.
You are no longer my subscriber. Get out of here. Leave.
But remember, next week we're not going to be on here. We're going to be on the other channel. So if you're coming back here next week,
we're going to be on the cool channel known as Agree to Disagree.
And if you guys want, and if you don't like me, there are 3 other guys on Agree to Disagree. You might like one of them, so subscribe for them. So if you hate me, then
hey, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, and I guess I'll also plug real quick my second. I also have a skit channel, #skits, that we just started. So yeah, so yeah, BCGATT. Yeah, so that's it for me. I'm gonna stop talking now. Subscribe because it takes around that much effort to do so, and everyone here from my channel subscribe because it takes around that much effort to do so. To Tony.
Thank you. Well, guys, this ends our little movie warfare here on the Black Critic Guy channel. And until my next video, which will be coming out tomorrow, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. What?
I'm kidding. I'm completely joking. I didn't mean.
Well, I didn't even hear what you said. What did you say?
I thought you were gonna do the peace YouTube. So I'm like, let's see if we can. I was kidding. I'm sorry.
No, dude. I have a much longer outro. Watch and learn, my friend. Ready?
Okay.
And until then, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and please go check out Agree to Disagree's channel. And I'm Tony Wiley II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.